Let's go, team. 40 minutes, Stairmaster. We're currently at 31 minutes, 9 to go. Easy work, baby. Easy work. Once we finish this, we're gonna head out, get our 3,000 steps. And then, as you know, Groundhog Day, baby. Abs, meal one, work block number one, and then try to get another nap in. And today is leg day. Let's fucking go. Okay, it is the 26th of February, Thursday, leg day. Like I mentioned, today's plan of attack is going to be another high day, so more carbs going in, more honey going in. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but when I adjust my carbohydrate intake, all I literally do is just add or subtract honey to my meals. Reason for that is just because I don't want my digestion getting screwed. So just adding simple sugars is the easiest way for me to up my carbohydrate intake for the day without feeling bloated. So cardio was a piece of piss, 40 minutes knocked out. Just out now doing the steps like I mentioned. Now this morning, before I get back and do the usual bits and pieces, I just want to talk a little bit about motivation. Now, a lot of people think that to do this whole bodybuilding thing or to even just achieve your basic fitness goals is that you need to be motivated 24/7. And I'm telling you right now that that's complete bullshit. Okay, motivation is very fleeting. It comes and goes like the weather changes. You're not going to be motivated all the time. This is where routine and discipline come into play. Every day when I wake up and I know I have to do the Stairmaster, sure, there's days where I can't wait to do it just because I'm a little bit fucked in the head and, you know, I love the feeling of getting ahead and, you know, doing something difficult in the morning. But there are certainly days where I wake up and not even I can be fucked. I'm very well known to be Mr. Robot, Mr. Get Shit Done, Mr. No Emotion. But in reality is I'm human just like everybody else. And there are certainly days where I would rather just lay in bed and do fuck all. Those are the days where I will then get on that Stairmaster and I will almost tell myself that, you know, I'm going to now go even harder for even letting the thought of potentially, you know, not wanting to do the cardio slip into my mind. It's certainly not, you know, maybe the most normal of thoughts to go through someone's head, but that's just how my brain works. I see the potential of those thoughts entering your brain as weakness. And sometimes you just need to beat that shit out of your own head. So I'll get on that Stairmaster and every step that I do will be like, this is what you get, motherfucker, for even thinking that it was a possibility that, you know, you aren't going to do your morning routine. And, you know, I've done this long enough to know that there's not going to be really anything that would ever make me actually not follow through on my daily routine. So my point to this little rant is that you don't have to feel motivated all the time. You just need to do what's necessary, and that's as simple as it is. None of this whole, oh my God, you know, you're blessed to feel motivated every day to do it. There's none of that shit. There's no balance here. There's no special thing in my brain that goes, oh wow, he's excited every single day to wake up and do this shit. No, fuck no. You know, all I think in my head is the feeling that you get when it's done. That feeling right now, in this moment, when I'm walking the streets and I know that I've just smashed out 40 minutes of cardio. I've started my day right. Everyone else is still in bed, sleeping, counting fucking sheep jumping over a fence, whatever. And I have gotten up, I've hydrated, I've done my cardio, I've taken my supplements, I've started the day off right. And that is what drives me every single day to be a better human, is the fact that I am doing something that 99.9% of people are not willing to do. And that fires me the fuck up. And all my clients that watch my vlogs, follow me along, they all get motivation from what I do, sure. But they also know that me doing this is far from motivation. It is simply just the fact that I have wired my brain to get up and do the hard stuff no matter what I feel like. Which is why when I repeat the phrase, don't think, just do, that's exactly what I mean. We don't lay in bed and think, oh, you know, maybe I'll just let today slip. No, do not even let that thought enter your mind. You simply just remove the emotion and execute. Anyways, guys, that's enough of a rant from me. I'm going to finish up these steps. I'm going to get back inside and I'm going to continue the morning, clear the WhatsApp messages as I continue to walk and start the day off fucking properly, which you should be too. If you aren't starting the day by doing some hard shit, you are missing out, my friends. Anyways, we're going to take you along for the day. Who knows what'll happen? Who knows what I'll talk about? Again, this is just a lucky dip. Just me being me authentically. I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't try to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. This is just me. This is the life of Ash Lachlan. And by me documenting this process for you guys, it's not to flex on anybody or to make anybody feel like they are beneath me. I'm simply documenting this because I want to look back one day and I want to go, I fucking put my entire life onto something that had meaning. Whether or not it has meaning to you doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, this is bodybuilding, this is life, and this is how I live my life. Nobody else has to live their life like me, but this is how I like to live my life. And like I said, I want to look back one day and know that I gave something 110%. And if you can gain some motivation from that, then awesome. If I can even help one person with my videos and my vlogs, then I find this all to be worth it. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Thursday, let's attack the day. No other option, no plan B, just hard work, dedication, no emotion. Don't think, just do. Let's go. Alrighty guys, back in the kitchen, just got back from steps. We have our greens drink here, which is the kombucha, greens powder, glutamine, taurine, and creatine. And we are going to take our health sups along with that. So we're going to go KPV, which is for gut health. We are going to go Driven Nutrition's Axis, which is a GDA plus a few other things like NAC, nattokinase, TUDCA, berberine. 3 omega fish oils, which gets us a good whack of EPA and DHA. 3 of these bad boys will get me 1500 EPA and 750 DHA down the hatch. Multivitamin. Vital Support, which is astragalus, more NAC, TUDCA, IP6, 4 of those. Vitamin D3K2, 2 caps of that, which gives us 6,000 IU of vitamin D3 and 400 micrograms of vitamin K2. Magnesium is we've got to take it this morning before our cardio, but that's alright. As long as it goes in. Zinc, 50 milligrams. Vitamin C, 1000 milligrams. Empagliflozin, prescription med. Proviron, 25 milligrams. Wash that bad boy down. And now we're going to finish this drink and then on to meal number 1 preparation, which will then go in the freezer before I do the ab circuit. All right, plate up our corn thins. 4 of those bad boys. Set that one aside. Now, cream of rice and drip. Cream of rice that we prepared yesterday in the fridge overnight. 100 cream of rice, 150 blueberries, 20 grams of whey protein concentrate, decaf coffee powder, a little bit of extra stevia, and a little bit of cocoa powder in that one there. Now, the whey drip. As you can see, overnight, it develops a bit of a skin. Look at that. So this one is actually a 50-50 mix of 35 grams of the Rise Skippy protein and 35 grams of the Rise Cosmic Brownie. So I'll give that a bit of a mix and I'll show you which ones those are after I place it on top of the cream of rice. It's all about consistency, guys. Well, I mean consistency as in like your lifestyle, but consistency of the whey drip, I mean. If your whey drip's all runny and shit, then I don't want it. I want my whey drip to be thick with multiple C's. I like my whey drip like I like my women. Thick as fuck. Alrighty. Steps and cardio was an absolute breeze this morning, which I'm glad to announce. You feel so much better when your body has carbs in it. I personally need to make sure that the closer I get to competition, the more on top of my refeeding and high carb days. Otherwise I just fade and I become a stringy version of Ash Lachlan, which is not a good stage look. All right, there we go. Whey drip is administered to the cream of rice. As you can see, that one is now going to go into the freezer. So just to show you guys, this is the Rise Skippy flavor here, peanut butter. So like I said, 35 grams of that one in the drip, and the other 35 grams was this one here, Rise Cosmic Brownie. Rise make an awesome protein, guys. They're perfection. All right, now into our trusty whey drip bowl. We're going to add 125 grams of pineapple, which you should already know if you've been following along Groundhog Day. Pineapple. Got to give them a little bit of a test run. Yep, all seems in order. Okay. 32 grams. Oh, this must be the core. This one's hard. Oh, there we go. 120 grams. You know what? It's supposed to be 125, but let's just go 120 because that extra 5 grams doesn't mean sweet fuck all. All right, we're going to add basic bitch seasoning. I keep my pumpkin pie spice in this old stevia jar. So pumpkin pie spice, you can get that off iHerb. Tastes amazing. Boom, done. In the freezer with that one. All right, now we're going to do our ab circuit, and after that we are going to hook into meal one. So let's fucking get it. Also 100 grams of honey along with that meal. Don't know if I'll use this one or the Manuka honey that I have here, but I will say this one slaps a lot more. It's just that this one here comes in a big ass 1 kilo jar, so you know I won't go through this anywhere near as quick as this. Plus I like to save the expensive shit for when I'm feeling like I really want to treat myself to the good stuff. So 100 grams of honey along with that meal. But first, let's get abs done, because abs for me are a non-negotiable every single day. We've got to keep the waist tight, keep the abs activated every single day. So that's going to be 4 rounds of leg lifts, ab crunches, planks, and vacuums. So let's get that done and hook into meal one. All right, guys, we have finished up meal one and our first work block. So we are now back in bed and we are going to try and get a little nap in. So it's currently 5 a.m. So we're going to try and stay asleep until about 6 o'clock, maybe even a touch more. Then we'll get up, do another work block, get in the sauna, get steps in, then pre-workout meals. So I will see you all then, and hopefully I can get some sleep. So good night, I guess. Oh, all right. It has just gone 6:30, so we managed to get about an hour and a half of extra sleep in, which is awesome. So now it is time for me to get my ass up, get in the sauna, get in the shower, get some more steps done, and then pre-workout meal. So let's do all of that right now. Let's go. Ass out of bed. Shit to do. Let's go. Whew. She hot in here, boys. 75 degrees. 20 minutes. We are 14 minutes in, so another 6 minutes of this absolutely wonderful time. And then we are going to get out, shower, and go do some more steps. So, like I said in my last vlog, if you guys don't sauna, you definitely should. There's a ton of benefits. Cardiovascular health, vascular health. You know, there's even some research to suggest there's like brain health benefits. There's definitely skin benefits. Okay, you'll notice that when you use the sauna a fair bit, your skin is a lot nicer. But yeah, simply just the vascular and the cardiovascular effects alone are, you know, super important for myself as a enhanced bodybuilder. But whether enhanced or not, you know, the benefits are still there for you guys. And, you know, especially when we do a lot of things that already are quote unquote a little bit unhealthy, it's always nice to do things back for your body that you know are going to somewhat mitigate, you know, some of the things that we do to it. So get a sauna, guys. Invest in one. It's one of the best things you can do for your health. Or, you know, go and make sure you book into one 3 or 4 times a week. But you can generally get saunas really cheap these days. Like this one, for example, only cost me, well, it was $1,000, but it was secondhand. But, you know, I'm sure if you go on Facebook or something like that, you could pick up one secondhand. They're pretty easy to put together. You can put them anywhere in your house as well. So yeah, I can't rave enough on how good saunas are. So let's finish this up. 5 more minutes to go and then hit the streets for some steps. Oh, absolute cracker of a day, guys. Have a look at that. God damn. I feel lucky to be alive. So we're going to get these steps done. Then we're going to go inside. We're going to prepare our pre-workout drinks or our pre-workout meal, whichever one comes first. If I get home and I've got time before my meal is due, I'll do the pre-workout drinks and stuff beforehand, because I do not eat out of schedule. If I think that doing something is going to push a meal, you know, back by even 15 minutes, it's a no-go for me, because my routine and all my timing of everything is locked in perfectly. Think about it. Like, even if my meal was pushed back, say 15 minutes, that could be the difference between my meal not sitting well enough in my stomach when I go to train. And I know it might sound funny, like it's only 15 minutes, but trust me, guys, when your body is in such a good routine and a rhythm, small changes can really affect things in a big way. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to finish off this lovely walk on this beautiful morning, get inside, and the next clip will either be my pre-workout meal or my pre-workout drink, intra-drink mixing and shit talking. So see you in the next clip. Pre and intra-workout. So let's start off with intra-workout bottle, using only the best, Driven Nutrition, Novo Drive. Guys, seriously, this intra-workout here is the best intra-workout that I've ever had in terms of its digestibility. This is cyclic dextrin and EAA combo together, along with a hydration formula. Now, I'm not much of a shill. I don't promote products that I don't believe in, but Novo Drive by Driven Nutrition is seriously the tits. So we're going to start off our intra-workout with 70 grams of this, which is going to give us 50 grams of carbohydrates. Big bottle, funnel. Alrighty. Find that little scoop. Oh. Alright, so like I said, guys, we are going to go with 70 grams of that. Make a fucking mess everywhere. $56. $71 grams. 1 extra gram of carb. All right, that's 70 grams of that bad boy. By the way, you can get the Driven Nutrition Novo Drive off of the website using code ASH10. Save yourself 10% off and support me. All right, back away with that one. Right, next up, we're going to go 3 grams of taurine. God damn, they don't make packets big enough for fat hands, do they? GH hands. There we go, 3 grams. We'll keep that one because we're going to put some in our pre-workout as well. An additional 20 grams of EAAs. This is the Trained by JP tropical flavor. So the Driven Nutrition Novo Drive is a pineapple flavor, so that goes really well with the tropical. 10. 20. Boom. All right, that is our extra EAAs done. Along with that, a scoop of hydration formula. This is just some shitty Coles / Woolies brand, but it has sodium and potassium and magnesium in it, so good enough for me. One of those. Keep that one here because we'll put some in our pre-workout as well. Now, what we are also going to put into our intra-workout is 5 grams of creatine. I've just got some unflavored creatine here from Bulk Nutrients. 4. Boom. Okay, keep that one here because once again we will put some in our pre. And lastly, 10 grams of glutamine. So get that sorted. Boom. Alrighty. Snap that lid back on. Cool, cool. Alright, that is our intra-workout sorted. So I'll just put water in that one and it'll be good to go. Now, pre-workout. We're going to start by adding lion's mane. All right, this is just like a liquid tincture. So a bit of lion's mane in there. Bang, done. All right, now time for the powder concoctions to go in. Another 3 grams of taurine. Once again, got to get my fat hand into the fucking bag. Come here, you bastard. There we go. All right. 3 grams. Another scoop of hydration. Boom. All right, also going into that one is going to be, I lied about the creatine. We're actually going to use the flavored creatine for this one. This one is the Muscle Nation grape flavor creatine. 5 grams of that bad boy. Boom, done. All right, now on to the important bits and pieces. We're going to go a serve of the Immortal Pump. This one is by Red Dragon Nutraceuticals. So a serving of this is 11 grams. So we will do just that. Bang. 12 grams, extra pump. And now, being that it is leg day, we are going to add some stims to that one. So for the stim, we're going to go with Dragon's Breath by Red Dragon Nutraceuticals. Just 1 serve, which will give us 200 milligrams of caffeine. So that, along with my Monster, will be more than enough caffeine. So 10 grams, bang. Easy as that. All right, so that one just needs water as well, and that will be sorted. Now, along with my pre-workout, what I'm also going to take is a couple of products by Driven Nutrition. Methylene Blue. Now, you guys have probably heard of Methylene Blue, but Methylene Blue is a great nootropic. It works by helping like your mitochondria, and which in turn will help with like energy and things like that. So look up Methylene Blue and do a bit of research into it. 10 milligrams, one of these with my pre-workout. And one of my favorite products that I've been using by Driven Nutrition, Dopa Drive. I've actually got all my clients onto it. And what Dopa Drive has in it is 125 milligrams of caffeine. It's a capsule, by the way. It has 20 milligrams of higenamine in it. So higenamine is another stimulant, really great for focus and like feeling like you're just razor sharp. It has choline in it, naringenin, fucking hell. 5 milligrams of 9-MeBC, and lastly, it has 150 milligrams of palmitoly something or other. But anyways, my point is that this shit right here, one capsule, is awesome alongside a pre-workout. You get razor sharp focus, and I rate this one very highly. So anyways, without sounding like a fucking walking advertisement, that's going to be our pre and intra workout setup. So I'm going to get all this shit cleared away now. I'm going to fill those bottles up with water, chuck them in the fridge. I will be having a Monster along with that, so that'll put me at about 500 milligrams of caffeine today, because on leg day I like to be absolutely off my fucking head. And then I'm going to get pre-workout meal sorted, which, as you guys should know, is fish and rice. Who'd have thought? All right, guys, pre-workout meal. As you can see here, we have the fish that we cook up in the morning, because like I said, I like eating it cold. So 60 grams of raw weight rice, 500 grams of raw weight bassa fish. Along with that, we have 4 corn thins. Boom. Get the rubber band back on that bad boy. We've got 150 grams of beetroot in this one just here. Now, along with that, we're also going to add 100 grams of honey. We're going to use this Manuka honey. So that's going to go on the rice cakes and on the fish. So if you've never had fish and rice with honey on it, you need to try it because it slaps. Okay, and before we eat our meal, as usual, ginger, all right, aids in gastric emptying. So I like to do that especially before my pre-workout, because I want the food to be through my stomach and empty before I train. So nibble of that. Ugh. All right, guys, I'm gonna hook into this pre-workout meal. I'll see you in the car when it's time to go to the gym for leg day. All right, we are in the car. Usual routine, as you guys all know. We have, well, if you can see that, because of the sun, there we go. One of these bad boys. If I can open the fucking thing up, Jesus. All right, boom. 6 milligrams to the dome. Refreshing Monster on deck. It's time to go train some legs. I'll see you all at the gym. All right, here we are at Genesis. Time to put my shit away and get into some legs. All right, starting off the leg session here today with 2 sets of adductors. So making sure the adductors are nice and warm, especially since 7 days ago, I did pop my adductor a little bit on the left side. So after running BPC and TB500, it seems to be all good, but nevertheless, we're still gonna make sure we've got plenty of blood in there. So after 2 sets, we moved on to single leg seated hamstring curl. Now, if you guys struggle with feeling your hamstring, try this out single leg, okay? It really allows you to focus on each side, feeling the contraction, and making sure you can really drive your heel underneath your bum each rep to get a full shortened hamstring. We then moved on to quad extensions. A couple of reasons. One, I like to get my knees nice and warm before I move into any sort of compound movement. Secondly, I like to also pre-exhaust my quads, because that allows me to use a little bit less load on my compound movements, which is for me a little bit safer. Thirdly, I like to start off with quad extensions, because I like to get the quad nice and short while you still have the energy and the ability to get the quadricep short. We then moved on to 2 sets per leg of this single leg Nitro Evo leg press. As you can see, I've got my foot really low on the platform. That's going to allow maximum knee flexion, which means that we're going to get a ton of quad activation, a good amount of adductor as well, since obviously we're getting a nice big range of motion at the hip. So 2 sets each side here. As you guys know, unilateral work sucks, because you feel like you've done a really hard set and then you're like, oh fuck, I've still got the other side to go. So as you can see here, right leg, nice and conditioned, nice and veiny. We then gave the quads a little bit of a break and moved into a lying hamstring curl. My favorite hamstring exercise of all time is the lying hamstring curl. I just have a great connection with it. And I really love the feeling of that stretch at the bottom range of the motion. So 3 sets on this one here, and on every set we finished off with a few partials, which I didn't film, but you best believe we took it there. Then after that, we moved into 2 sets of bodyweight sissy squats. Now, as you can see here, we're leaning right back and letting our knees travel really far forward, getting a massive stretch on the quad, absolute veinage going on. Now, just a warning, this next clip here is my last set of quads, and it's a very, very long set. It's about 3 minutes long, and it's basically just me going backwards and forwards from right leg to left leg to right leg to left leg, and so on and so forth, basically until I hit all that failure. Then what I did was I held an isometric contraction on each leg for as long as I could. Then I moved into dual leg straight after, repped it out both legs at the same time, then finished off with a dual leg isometric contraction as hard as I could, and then basically just repped out whatever I had left in the tank on my quads to finish it right off. So I'm going to stop talking here and leave you to watch the rest of this set. If you don't want to watch it, then just simply fast forward the video. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to keep this full set in the video without cropping it, so that you can see the type of intensity that it takes sometimes to really bring your legs up. I like to attest my leg size to the simple fact that I really, really know how to punish myself on a leg day. So this is an example of a set where I would say I would call this absolutely fucking taking it there. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking for the moment, and you just watch me die in agony as I go back and forth here and finish off this intensity technique. All right, so as you can see there, I completely fucked myself up there to the point where I was just about passing out and dead from the pain. We then finished off the posterior with some 45-degree back raises. So 2 sets here. Body weight was all that was needed. Big stretch of the hamstring, big contraction of the glute, and that was leg day. As you can see here, this leg day completely and utterly fucking ruined me. So we're going to get back in the car in a second after we catch our breath, and we are going to get the fuck home. Alright guys, I am completely and utterly fucked. So I'm going to end the vlog here. I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat post-workout meal and fucking die for the rest of the day. So thank you all for watching my vlog, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. I love you all. Thank you for following me, and have a lovely rest of the day.